Hi, guys. Sorry I'm a few minutes late this morning, but thank you for being patient and tuning in. I appreciate it. Those of you on the replay, give me a hashtag after party and let me know you're here. And for those of you on live with me, I am grateful for your time and I hope you find value in what we're talking about today. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I got a message from one of my parents in the Tranquility Tribe and they wanted to know if they were not if they okay, let me start over. If their husband was being kind of, he wasn't yelling, but he's being very firm with their little one, and she didn't necessarily agree, was she not defending her child? Should she be defending her child? Hi, Penny. How are you? Thanks for joining me, honey. Should she be defending her child? And she feels like maybe she should be. And so I thought, well, this is a really important thing to talk about this morning because one thing you guys need to do is you need to be on the same page with your parenting. And here's why. Okay. Before we start, though, let me tell you who I am. Let's take a little break here, and let me tell you who I am. If you're new to my broadcast, and give me a hashtag new. First of all, share this out. If you have any other friends that need a little bit of advice on how they handle certain situations when one parent is doing one thing and the other parent's doing the other thing. I am Celia Kibler, and I'm the author of Raising Happy Toddlers, How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids, as well as 3 great children's books. I am grateful, all about me, and being different is fun. You can find all of my books on celiasbooks.com, right down there, right there, down there, down there in the banner. Okay. I'm a mom of 5 kids, 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained from marriage, and a grandma to 9 children, and I've been successfully parenting a blended family now for over 26 years and doing real life parenting for over 40 years. So, I've also been working with kids and families for over 40 years. I'm the founder of FunFit Family Fitness, the founder of Pumped Up Parenting, and the founder of the International Day of Calm. And my focus is helping you parents raise amazing adults because that's what we're doing. We're raising adults, not children. All right, so let's just dive right into this, okay? And again, share this out if you know anyone else that's struggling with this because so often we are. One of the parents is raised one way and another parent's raised another way, and we come from different backgrounds. So we often handle our children in different ways. And what's a parent to do? So, in answer to my Tranquility Tribe parent, number one, no, do not defend your child while one parent is parenting them. What you need to do, if you don't agree with the other parent, then you two need to go privately and discuss solutions to whatever the problem is that keeps coming up. So if one parent thinks, well, they need to be punished and yelled at and screamed at, whatever, and you feel like, no, we really need to calm down, talk to them, and give them reasons why this should not happen, you're going to constantly be in conflict if you don't talk about it and find a solution. Why is it so important to be on the same page with the other parent? Number one, it is extremely confusing to the child if you guys are coming from all different directions. Number two, they're going to learn to play you. You know how kids go, okay, well, mom said no, so I'm going to go ask dad. Dad said no, so I'm going to go ask mom. They learn to do that because they know that the two of you don't agree. So they're going to work it to their advantage. When they get to be teenagers, you're going to be dealing with that all the time. When one parent says something, You, as the other parent, if you're living together, need to be right on top of it with them and not disagreeing in front of the kids, not saying, "Oh, poor baby, daddy yelled at you. Poor thing, mommy wasn't very nice, was she?" Stop saying things like that. You are not helping your child to cooperate and listen. Because if they think that one parent is kind of overpowering the other parent, they will grow to not listen to the parent that keeps getting shut down. You are taking away that other parent's authority, and they're not going to have any authority. And it's going to be constantly where your child laughs at them or ignores them. And it's going to cause a lot of problems with you and your child, a lot of problems with the other parent and your child, and a lot of problems between the two of you. Resentment will build. You need to sit down together calmly and talk about different ways that you think are best for parenting your child. And if you're coming from a place of really, I don't have a clue what to do, then you really need to learn. And if that means working with someone like me who will do private coaching and group coaching, reading a book that you follow, not reading 18 different books that come to you with different ideas, or working with someone else that you click with. Whatever it is, you as a family need to learn the best way to parent your children so that children cooperate. They learn to make good choices through life and growing up. They speak calmly and cooperatively to each other. You are speaking calmly to them. This needs to be an honest, non-judgmental, non-critical, no ridicule conversation of respect between the parents. And if you're at home, and some people have extended family living with them, so you have a grandma or you have a brother who's your children's uncle or something like that, and they are also parenting your child, but not in the way that you intend them to be parented. You have to talk about it. I know sometimes it's uncomfortable, and sometimes it may cause an argument. And when things cause an argument, so many of us, especially the ones that were yelled at as children, many of us become non-confrontational. So we don't want to start an argument. Let's just let it go the way it is. But the problem is you're not helping your children or your relationship. The more you can be open and honest with your relationship and the way you're parenting, the better it will be. You know what? If you don't want to spend a lot of time coaching in a program, I do a pick my brain call. You can literally pick my brain. And I will spend 2 hours on the phone with you and someone else if you want, and talk about and examine and dive deep into what's going on. This is not a sales call, and this is not free. This is a 2-hour coaching call where I work on what you need to be worked on so you can resolve it. Some people don't want to spend a long-term coaching, private coaching sessions. Some people don't want to join a group coaching group. And if that's you, you just want to say, I just really need to get to the bottom of this. Let's do a pick my brain call, pick my brain, and I will help you get through it. But being on the same page of the way you're going to parent your children, what you're going to do when certain issues come up. What happens when your child's talking back? How will you handle that? What happens when your child's throwing a tantrum? How will you handle that? What happens when your child wants to go into negotiations? "Okay, well, you said that, but I'd like to do that," and da, 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 and it goes back and forth and back and forth. I was always like that, never wanted to confront, finally felt comfortable. Good, good. It's so important. I went through 15 years of marriage before I realized that confrontation was okay. It's not easy, and that's put there from our childhood, and the question is, do you want the same voices that are in your head put in your child's head? You deal with second guessing yourself all the time, or you deal with thinking that, "You know what? Nothing I do is right." Or you deal with, I don't wanna cause an argument. I can't deal with it." Or you deal with, "I'm not worthy of success, of love, of happiness." All those voices that you have in your head, guess what? If you're parenting by the seat of your parent your by the seat of your parents, that was a good one. By the seat of your pants, and if you're yelling a lot because you don't know how to handle situations or you're struggling with regulating your own emotions, you are planting those negative voices right in your child's head for them to deal with for the rest of their life. You just have to ask yourself, what is my priority? Is my priority arguing and yelling and disagreeing with my partner and my kids every day? My life is miserable. Or is my priority, let's work on this, let's fix it, and let's have every day of my life be a joy? Really nurture that love between you and your partner. Nurture that love and cooperation between you and your children. Wouldn't that be a pleasure? Do some homework tonight. Write down your perfect day. What would your perfect day look like? Because you know what? If you learn, that perfect day can be your reality. It really can. And you're like, no, no way. Everybody yells at their kids. Everybody gets confused. Everybody's dealing with negotiations. I go on these mommy sites and it's the same thing over and over and over again. Well, if you have this same issue showing up in your home over and over and over again, then you need to come up with a working solution to resolve it once and for all. If it's showing up again and again and again, that means there's a core problem that's not being resolved. And that symptom keeps showing up. This symptom, throwing food, this symptom, throwing tantrums, this symptom, not listening, this symptom, negotiation, this symptom, fighting every step of the way, talking back, tantrum, it goes on and on. The list goes on and on. They're all symptoms of not having a parenting system in place so you know what to do and you become a proactive, intentional parent instead of a parent that just is like, I don't know what to do in this situation. And I'm so fed up with you kids. Just go to your room. You're not resolving anything. You have to have a system. There's a system for everything. When we drive a car, we start the engine, we put on our seatbelt, we put in reverse, we put in drive, whatever, there's a symptom system. We go potty, there's a system. We can sit down, we pull down our pants, we pull down our underwear, we don't pee through our pants. There's a system. We wipe, we wash our hands, we walk out the door. There's a system. Whatever work you do, whatever job you have, there are systems in place. Why is there no system in place for parenting, the most important role you have in the world? And you know what? When there is a system in place, you and your partner can work on the same page. You can be on the same page. You can avoid your kids playing one against the other. You can avoid the resentment. You can avoid the criticism and judgment because you're both coming from the same place, knowing what you're going to do in just about every situation that shows itself. How did I manage to successfully parent a blended family for 26 years? I had a system. I decided on how we were going to run this family. So that's why you have to have a system. That's why it is so important to show up as a team. Don't ever say something like, "Oh, I don't agree with that. This is why aren't we giving them a timeout?" Your child's gonna be like, "Well, let them worry about it. I'm gonna go off and play." Do not disagree with the other parent in front of that child. You have a disagreement, address it later out of the earshot of your child. Don't avoid it, address it, but don't do it in front of your child. It will bite you in the butt. You're gonna cause even more problems. Talk about how you wanna parent. Do you wanna do it calmly, cooperatively, so that your child becomes the best adult possible? It is possible. It is entirely possible to do without yelling, without judgment, without criticism, without ridicule. How do you feel when somebody treats you like that? Respect is a two-way street. You need to create it, and it goes for you and it goes for your partner. Respect each other, trust each other, learn from each other. You'll have the happiest family journey in life, and there really will be family harmony, okay? It's vital. You keep fighting with each other, you keep disagreeing in front of the child. If you feel like you need to be defending your child because of the way the other parent is treating them, there is a problem. And you need to work with that other parent to repair it. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you're fed up with what's going on and you're ready to talk, go to talkwithcelia.com. That's my calendar. Talkwithcelia.com. You just want to get my book. You just need a manual. You're like, you know what? I like to go on my own. I like to just, you know, have a manual to refer to when problems get hard. Get my book. It's right there. Raising Happy Toddlers: How to Build Great Parenting Skills and Stop Yelling at Your Kids. It is in English and in Spanish, and you can go to celiasbooks.com. Direct links to Amazon, easy to find. Okay, guys? So, thank you for joining me. I know 20 minutes is a lot out of your busy day, and I'm grateful that you chose to spend it here with me as always. And I hope your days throughout this parenting journey are filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. You should be laughing more, not yelling more, not arguing more, not name calling more, laughing, having fun. It really is the best medicine. And by the way, my latest podcast on the Pumped Up Parenting podcast is all about laughter. Check it out on Apple, Spotify, all the platforms because laughter really is the best medicine. I'll see you here next time in Pumped Up Parenting on YouTube and around the web. Bye-bye, everyone.